Finally, Romain Febvre, world champion for a second time after 10 years of trying. Congratulations, Romain Febvre and Kawasaki. Wolf looking like he's done enough here after the mistakes from Langenfelder earlier on in the race. But disaster for De Wolf. He's trying to keep that bike going. Is that it? Is that the title decided? What a season it has been for Simon Langenfelder, the German world champion for the first time. Yeah, what a great season 2025 was. Two great battles. They went right the way down to the wire at the final round in Australia. And you've got to say we've got two worthy world champions in Romain Febvre and Simon Langenfelder. What a season we have to look forward to in 2026. In MXGP, we have 8 world champions with 18 world titles between them. And that's only half the story. Lucas Coenen, the rookie to the class last year, but time and time again, he said, don't call me a rookie. He just missed out, second in his debut season. Another rider who is going to be very, very dangerous when we line up at round 1. Then we have the two 5-time world champions, Jeffrey Herlings and Tim Gajser. Let's start with Jeffrey Herlings. He enters 2026 for Honda HRC Petronas. What will he do in 2026? Who knows? Tim Gajser, 5 world titles for Honda. He now moves to Monster Energy Yamaha. Then we have the 3 MX2 world champions in the Premier class. Kai de Wolf, Andrea Adamo, and the return of Tom Vialle. All 3 riders looking to mix it in 2026 in their debut seasons in MXGP. We're ready for 2026. Are you?
Definitely want to be trying to win. I mean, it's all new. It's a different team, different bike, different gear. Everything is kind of new. I got through the winter really good so far. So looking forward to the new season to start, and definitely hope to win some races this year and start the season off strong. It's been 17 years with KTM, and why now? I think it's my last chance. I could have swapped teams. I mean, I'm getting 32 by the end of the year, so I have a 2-year contract. By the end of next year, I'll turn 33. So I didn't have much other option. If I would have gone another 2 more years with KTM or 3 more years, it would be either 33 or 34 when my contract would stop, and then it's kind of end of career. By that time you're over age, let's say. So if I had to do it, I had to do it now. And my dream was, if I would ever stop at KTM, it was to go Honda. So yeah, that's why we're in Honda now. I'm feeling like Steph. I get my shot and I promise to
26 for us, it's really a new beginning. So we decided to to go and sign with new riders to bring some fresh air in the team. And of course, when you sign a rider like Jeffrey, who is multiple world champion, and is the winningest rider in the world with 112 wins overall. It means you take the best possible chance to win a title. I was surprised about Jeffrey. We knew that he was crazy about training, but what I saw in the first month working with him was absolutely exceptional, because I never saw a rider who was doing 3-4 motos in a day just for training, 35 minutes. I think we'll be disappointed if we can't win the title this year.
I mean, I've been trying a 6 world title since 2021, and obviously some years I was close. Like last year I was pretty close in 2024. Obviously 2023, 2025, and 2022 I got hurt in 3 years, so hopefully this year we can make it happen. It's going to be extremely difficult because there's a lot of youth coming up, a lot of strong riders, also the veterans like Tim, Febvre. They're also very strong, so it's definitely not going to be easy, but at least I'm going to do my best to at least try to fight for the championship.
For the first time since MXGP and MX2 classes have been racing together at the same events, we have got a #1 plate in both classes. But the competition this year is just so tough. Defending those #1 plates is not going to be easy.
I had to son these boys, can't leave them bastards. A lot of dudes, just some undercover actress. I don't fall for it, I'm privy to all your tactics.
Yeah, feels good to be to start the season finally. It's been a long winter again, so just exciting to go racing. Yeah, pre-season has been good. Like I say, this year it was pretty long winter just because the weather was not with us. All over Europe it was raining quite bad, so we had to move a lot to be able to find some good condition. But yeah, everything went pretty smooth, and yeah, I'm ready. So let's see how it will be the weekend.
How does it feel having that big #1 on the bike? Do you feel any added pressure, or does it feel good?
No, not at all. No pressure at all. I felt like the pressure was last year to finally get my hand on the second world title. That was the pressure, but now it's just I enjoy every moment, and yeah, like I say, I have delivered the title already last year, so I'm really pleased with this already, and then yeah, I will do again my best this year to see where I am, but no, just enjoying.
I'm sorry if I stutter, yeah. My brain move a little faster than others, yeah. I even keep a close eye on my brothers, cause sometimes it's your blood that turn into bloodsuckers.
Romain Febvre's second World Championship was a massive achievement for him. He had been trying for 10 years to follow up his success from 2015 and finally broke through and got that second world title. He was almost getting fed up of the 10 years ago talk last season, but that 10-year gap is now always going to stay with him, but for a good thing. It's an absolute record. The previous longest wait was 5 years between the first 2 world titles for any rider, so to double that shows what a great, consistent rider Romain Febvre has been for such a long time in MXGP.
You call me arrogant, I take it as a compliment. I got that.
These 2 tabletops?
Yeah.
Alghero and Mantova. And Mantova. Okay.
So far everything is going smooth and good. Like you all know, I mean, we didn't have a lot of time yet on the bike. But I mean, we try to do our best, and I'm feeling more comfortable every time I sit on the bike. And yeah, this weekend we're gonna have first race here in Alghero. I think it's the first true test, and I'm really looking forward. My general feeling, like first time on the bike, was obviously strange, you know, like it's a different bike, but after a couple of laps, you know, like a couple of motos, couple of days of riding, I start to feel comfortable, you know. Obviously we were testing a lot, you know, to get me feeling better and better, but yeah, in general, the feeling was good.
This is nice, eh, Nicky? They're working for me now.
Can you just step back a minute? Thank you.
Okay, go to the back and get the first one.
Go. No, you go. Don't worry. Just throw it. Thank you.
It's okay here. I'll leave it here, okay?
You can prepare again. Okay, good. Nee, but every time they were stopping.
So yeah, 2026 new season, starting fresh with a new bike. We developed quite good during this winter, so we're on a satisfying level. Obviously it's only training, so we need to see on the races with other bikes and other riders, but I'm quite satisfied at the moment, and we're working hard to be on the level.
Yeah, first of all, it's an honor, and it's really nice to have Tim on board, because Tim is a really educated, polite, professional person. So with 5 world titles, when you get somebody on board like him, you play the game then. I know Maxime a very long time, but I see it a little bit back, and I said already in a few times in interviews that we had the same in 2021 when we did the MX2 with Jago. He should go for the title, and Maxime, he was hanging on, he was next to him, and he was a little bit the underdog, but what he did, he beat him. Sorry to say, but Maxime have a lot of quality, and we strongly believe in him. So if he gonna play the same game, so because the eye's gonna be, more eyes gonna be on Tim Gajser, and Maxime is next to him, maybe he gonna surprise us. Also so nice guy, he deserve. So yeah, they will push each other.
It's a very intriguing situation at Yamaha in 2026. You have the Kemia team eager to get that MXGP world title to add to the MX2 title Maxime won for them in 2021. And bringing Tim Gajser onto the squad, that gives them the best possible chance of that. That said, Maxime believes he's the man to get the job done. He's a former world champion himself. He was leading the series from quite early on in Argentina last year, and he believes he's the man to get the job done. So you have 2 former world champions, both teammates going for that same goal. So that actually adds an interesting dynamic under the blue awning in 2026.
Let's say everyone, off-season always, for everybody, almost going every time pretty good, so just doing the laps, you know, bike's been the same, just number has changed these last days, but no, honestly, just been rolling and just enjoying it.
And what about that number 5 on the bike?
I mean, I think it looks pretty sick, you know, even Ryan loved it, I see. So, I mean, before I was using 593 in my European Championship, and 93 is basically my number, but Jago is also number, so you can use both the same number. So I was thinking the 5 looked pretty sick also, and I hope I can try to make home my career with this number, but yeah, we'll be sick.
Good luck for the season, Ben.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Perhaps one of the biggest stories in MXGP in 2026 is the kind of entry into the Premier class of former MX2 world champions, Kai de Wolf, of course, Andrea Adamo, and the returning two-time champ, Tom Vialle, who's had a stint for the past few years in the US. For Kai de Wolf, I think there was a stat out there recently that he's raced Jeffrey Herlings twice on the 450 in the last couple of years and beat him twice. So that's going to be very, very interesting to see how that plays out in the first place. Anyway, Andrea Adamo in the pre-season races has actually looked very strong and surprised a few people on that 450. He's got to go to MXGP in 2027 anyway, so maybe get a year under his belt ahead of that sort of departure date into 2027. And then we've got Tom Vialle, of course. All of his success, his 2 titles came at KTM. He now moves to a brand new team. We know how strong Andre HRC Petronas is. One thing we do know is that Tom Vialle is one of the most prolific starters. 61 foxhole shots in his time in MX2 before he went to the US. If he adds to that, we know he's going to be a rider that can lead from the front and make it difficult for some of those established aces.
Gente, seguimos llamando con piloto, con protagonistas.
How's the feeling of being back at the GPs?
Yeah, it feels nice. When we go overseas, always the fans are pretty good.
Vialle, it's an investment on the future. Because he's another one who won 4 titles and another one who can go for the title. So, I mean, these two hopefully are the next champions for Honda.
The Ducati factory effort is in its second full season in MXGP, and this year they're under the watchful eye of the great Louis Fosters, who's had so much success with Yamaha in the past and with Fantic for the past 2 seasons. He helped Glenn Koldenoff get his bronze medal in 2025 and 3rd overall in the championship. Louis also worked very closely with Jeremy Seewer in 2 of his most successful seasons, and when you bring Calvin Vlaanderen into the mix, Andrea Bonacorsi, that's 3 solid top 10 riders that all finished in the top 10 in 2025. So you've got a strong setup there, you've got a strong lineup to really help develop what is still very new and different machinery.
For me, it's really great that it's the same team, different bike of course, but yeah, it's nice to have the same people around, you know. They know what you like, so it's also easier to work together. New bike, new adventure with Ducati. So far it's been really great. Of course, there is some things to improve, but they make a really great job during the winter and we improved a lot. And yeah, so far so good, I would say.
We have a new photographer here today.
Yes, of course. And you will see me around the track from this year.
We've been testing a lot this winter. Yeah, lots of things to try to improve, of course, after last season. But yeah, for sure we made steps. You know, we are on the right way. It feels like still work to do, to be honest. But yeah, we definitely are in a way better spot than I've been last year. I'm not ready yet, but luckily it's yeah, 8th of March in Argentina, so yeah, still some time left. But yeah, we are on a good way now, for
sure. The switch to Ducati has been really good for me. Like you said, the last 7 years I've been on the Yamaha, so to change to a different brand it's been not easy. There's been definitely some complications, so some challenges. When you change to a new brand, it's always the, you know, some challenges that come up. But it's been really well. I can't complain. The team has done an awesome job with the bike, and also for me to welcoming me to the team has been really easy, and such a good group of people to work with, and very professional. And you know, you can see that they have experience with what they are doing, and it's really nice to work with them.
For us, let's say a big step to Ducati. Also, yeah, a lot of work with this transition. But anyway, it was really nice to work with the people from Ducati, and yeah, we had a lot of meetings, but overall yeah, I think both we did a good improvement on the bike. We tested a lot, and so far it goes really well. So I'm happy with that.
Staying with Kawasaki in 2026 is the former MX2 World Champion from 2017, of course, Paul Jonas. He'll be the perfect wingman to the new champion, the defending champion, Romain Febvre. So that will be a nice little dynamic there between those two. Matteo Guadagnini's time in MXGP since his sort of move into the class hasn't gone all that smoothly. But he returns in 2026 with Ben Rumbold KTM, so it'll be nice to see how he does on a bike that he is familiar with from earlier on in his MX2 career. It's all change at MRT Racing Beta, where we see Jago Geerts and Rick Elzinga riding for the Italian team. For Elzinga, it will be his first year in the Premier class. As for Fantic Factory Racing, Jackie Martins finds himself leading up the factory team with Brent Van Donnick, who was with him last year at Honda, but obviously keeps him at the Fantic brand. And joining them will be Alberto Ferrato. A horrible year last year in MXGP, but he needs to turn things around in 2026. Can he do that for Jackie Martins? One of the other teams that we can look out for, Honda Motor Blues SR Motul. They have Thibaut Beneston coming up from Yamaha and MX2 into the Premier class, and joining his trading partner Kevin Horgmo. They'll be under the watchful eye of Yves de Mario once again, and that on paper looks like it could be a very strong team.
Simon Langenfelder very nearly lost the MX2 world title in that final crazy round in Australia. But we saw him digging deep, he got the job done and got the world title after leading the series for pretty much all of last year. This year, in 2026, a lot of his main competition has moved up to MXGP. So Simon from day one, he wants to dominate the class before he himself makes that move to the Premier class with the KTM group.
One rider in MX2 that should be challenging for the World Championship title is Liam Everts. The Nissan Husqvarna factory rider has had a difficult time in the last couple of years with injuries that have ruled him out of contention. But if he keeps it on two wheels, if he stays healthy, Liam Everts could be adding to that family dynasty of world titles. Harry Everts and, of course, his father, Stefan Everts. So it's a big year for Liam Everts, who so far has won 6 Grand Prix and has a handful of race wins under his belt.
Sascha Coenen is one of only 3 riders in MX2 that have won Grand Prix before, and like Simon Langenfelder, Sascha and Lucas Coenen, they have all committed their near future to the KTM group. So that question mark is out of the way and they can really attack for the championship. Sascha, you know with his starts, he's going to be up there on a regular basis, and he showed last year hints of that consistency that could make him a championship contender. And if he can just ease off a little bit and not crash as much, then Sascha Coenen could be the one to beat in 2026.
Of course, you have the next generation of riders coming through, and they're all going to be eager to pick up race wins in the 2026 season. You have Matthijs van Laan. He was fast but fragile last year. However, that said, he was looking strong pre-season. You have Valerio Lata. He picked up a podium in the final round in Australia. He's going to be hoping for more of the same this year. And of course, you have the Triumph boys of Guillaume Ferrez and Camden McClellan. They are going to want more than one race win that they picked up last year. They're hoping to get those GP victories and potentially be those championship contenders.
Yamaha's hopes in MX2 for 2026 lie with the Resulis brothers. So after a season and a half, Carlos Resulis is back for another year, and now he's joined by his brother, Yanis Resulis. They call him the Killer, and he certainly won't be caught smiling much in any of the camera shots, but he could be a real contender, as he's been all the way through his career. EMX 125 champion, EMX 250 champion. He could be a real threat for Yamaha in MX2. The main rival for Yanis Resulis in 2025 in the EMX 250 Championship was Noel Zanos, the Hungarian rider, could be the first Hungarian to challenge at world level in motocross. And yeah, he was close to Yanis last year, and he joins the Venroy KTM team, so he's not got that factory pressure, but he's still got a very good team and very good machinery behind him. So let's see if the Hungarian can really get himself amongst the mix.
The opening round in Argentina then is going to be quite interesting just for the fact that we're at another brand new location, 3 venues in 3 years, this one here in Bariloche. We're at elevation as well, 846 metres above sea level. It's deep, it's heavy, it's got a sandy base, it's very loamy, and this pretty much setting up what looks like it's going to be a fantastic and fascinating season in 2026.